Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. I got the webcam working, so let's get down to business. Welcome back to Let's Play some more PGA Tour 2K23. One thing that I found out just a second ago while I was getting all the stuff configured was if you go over to the sponsors area, you can just like go through the whole list of sponsors and you can just pick one. Like you don't even have to wait. I mean, I guess if they've like already offered one to you at some point, you can just go and at any point just pick them again. So I'm going to go with Callaway because we've been talking about for the last episode or two of changing our sponsor for clubs. And so I'm going to take Callaway and we're going to go with their clubs because I just kind of want to do that. Seems like a better option for better club-related things. So let's go with them. Hey, there we go. Our reputation needs some work, but it'll be fine. So, before we get into our next tournament, I just want to check really quick and see. We did get another fitting, but I don't remember what the hell it was. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, man, I went over to my parents' house the other day, and I went through my old office because I was looking for my copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 for PS3 because I fired up my PS3 the other day, and when I was in there, I was like, wait a minute, that's my webcam over there. I could totally use that. And so I kind of screwed around with it a little bit, and it's in perfect working order. So we're gonna do it. Will Zalatoris is going to be at the Champions Invitational. I highly recommend that you start a rivalry with him. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be rivals with Will Zalatoris. I almost picked him. I did some sports betting on golf over the weekend, and I almost picked him for something because Prize Picks had a little prop for him, and I ended up not doing it. I went with Bryson DeChambeau for something. I went with Shane Lowry because he had that crazy round of 62 in the third round. I picked him to go under, and he ended up going over by one stroke on what the prop was, and that kind of ended up ruining it for me. Such is life. It's kind of how sports betting goes for me literally every single time. So, we are here at Echo Park. I have not done this course yet, I'm pretty sure. So, hopefully, we will have a solid round. Okay, here we go. It's quite the budding rivalry that we've had for all of 35 seconds. But you can tell it is, the blood is boiling with angst for each other. So, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm armed with my kiwi strawberry monster here. And I'm looking forward to... I'm going to try to film a lot of stuff today, actually. I've been experimenting with some different things over the last couple of days, and I'm pretty excited to be making a bunch of new content here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You gotta dunk it! Oh, that was close. I should have gone back a little bit more, but... And we'll see. Oh, actually, you know what? We're using some new balls for this match. I forgot about that. Let's take out the pin here. Yeah, we're using some new balls that actually, they have less spin on them, I believe, and more flight. Because that was something that I wanted to try, was to see if there's really like a defined difference in Lanto Griffin. Is that just Peter Griffin? Also, that is a horrendously unfortunate name for the guy that was in second place. Jason Cockrack? Are you serious? That guy didn't stand a chance in high school with a last name like that. Oh well, what are you going to do? But yeah, I've been experimenting with some different things over the last few days, and I'm pretty pumped to be able to do a bunch of new things. Okay, had a text message there, I'll deal with it later. Ooh, 3-wood? I don't really know how to proceed with this. I kind of want to put it like right here and then just curve the shit out of it because I feel like that's really all we can do. Oh boy. I really don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. By God, he will. These are the only moments of this match that I'm going to be kind of concerned about how this is going to go, because we don't have very much like spin control. I mean, that wasn't that bad. I really sacrificed the spin for flight. Oh no. Okay, how the hell are we going to go about this? Let's crank it over this way. Maybe like right over here? I mean, as long as we don't go grossly over. Wow, that broke so much. Holy smokes. Yeah. That putt was absolute garbage. Let's go here, I think. Maybe like right there. Let me, really quick, I just want to make sure that my camera is in like a good position here, that it's not blocking any of the UI stuff. Because I know that I've got it on like the left side of the screen over here. I think it's probably fine. Oh, no, it looks okay. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Yeah, I'm still so new to using OBS. I really kind of slummed it for a really long time with the programs that I used for video capture. I mean, from the days of using Fraps and using I used like it was like NVIDIA had some sort of capture program for a while, but I never used OBS really. Let's just do this instead. Let's go. Oh no! I think that'll work out okay, right there. Yeah, and so like. Once I finally had this program to use, it really has made things significantly easier, and I love that. It'll be even better once I can actually, start using my desktop again, even though I need to probably upgrade it, and use multiple monitors. That's really where programs like this shine, where I can have my display on one of them and have all the gaming stuff on the other, so I can monitor them both and edit things seamlessly as I go. But for now, we're gonna make it work. So I'm still tinkering with things like my microphone volume and all that stuff, because that's something that I really want to nail down. I was doing some test runs with some other games, and the thing that I've really run into is my microphone volume when I'm not playing games like this and Halo and like Fortnite is so quiet that I'm gonna have to boost the audio to something pretty insane. But it's all good. We'll make it work. We'll do the damn thing. So I'm watching something right now that is really interesting. I'm not like intently watching it, but it's been on in the background while I've been getting everything set up here. Is kind of an old April Fool's joke that turned into kind of like an urban legend in gaming, in a sense, was in Resident Evil. I think it was Resident Evil 2 was the one that did this. There was kind of a somebody. There was like an April Fool's joke that came out and said basically that. Oh God. Okay. What's going on here? Why? God, why did it put us so far out there? What the hell's going on? Yeah, there was kind of an old urban legend that said yeah, this is Resident Evil 2. In Resident Evil 2, if you put, when you're using one of the laboratory computers, if you put in Akuma's name instead of guest in there, that you can unlock like a brand new save file that you can play Akuma from Street Fighter as an actual character. Oh, oh, yeah, that's fine. And then he's just like a fully playable character, and I guess it was never really a thing. But I don't know when it was, but somebody made a mod for Resident Evil 2 where you can actually play as Akuma by doing that exact thing, and it's pretty cool actually. He's literally, I'm watching it right now, and Maximilian, which is a pretty popular like fighting games player on YouTube and Twitch and what have you, he's playing it right now. And it's so cool, dude. You're just like, you get to run through and you can like shoryuken just a bunch of zombies and shit. It's so awesome. It's just like completely the opposite of how those games normally are, since you know you're always just shooting people, and like physical hand-to-hand combat is just not really part of it. But to just go through and just be slamming dudes in the face just seems so awesome to me. Let's go right here. I think I might end up overshooting it a smidge. Here we go. Let me see what's going on here. No, we're good. As long as we're really close. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe that rolled a little bit further away than I thought. But we're in good position here. Ooh, okay. We're already in second place after 5 holes, huh? I'm thinking we put it right there. That seems good enough to me. Oh, ooh, boy. Okay, that didn't break nearly enough. Yeah, that seems like something that would be really fun to play. I'm not super experienced with mods and stuff, but that would be a lot of fun. Just being able to go through and play through like an entirely separate experience of, you know, just railing out Hadoukens and just uppercutting zombies and stuff. And like, imagine just completely beating the shit out of the Tyrant or like the Nemesis or something, being able to do something like that. I don't think they ever made that for Resident Evil 3, but he's so rad. Because his whole thing is just running around and beating the shit out of you with his bare hands. So like, why can't you return the favor? Imagine just, you know, towards the end, like, at any given point in Resident Evil 3, just having a, like, the first encounter, and if you decide to stick around and fight, then it actually, like, breaks into a side-by-side Street Fighter style thing with life bars and everything. That'd be cool. I would be down with it. Here we go. Let's do this. Ooh, it's got potential. She's got potential. Oh, overshot it a little. Well, yeah. Look at Wilbur go. Yeah, he missed it by a little bit though. He's at least doing better than when we play against the last guy. Who did we play against last? Was that? I don't remember who. I don't even remember who it was, to be honest with you. But the last couple of these rivalries that we've had have not really been very competitive. So it's nice that at least he's hanging in there. When it's all said and done, we're gonna completely destroy him. But at least for the first few holes, he's hanging in. Yeah, he's at 1 under at least. I was watching. I was looking through some things in like lists of horror movies the other day. Because on the podcast we uploaded a little top 5 video about top 5 horror movies, and one of the biggest critiques that we got was everybody hated the fact that we didn't have a lot of like classic movies in there, or people just picked like some really strange things that they're like, well, why didn't you have this in there? And one of them that we got really grilled for was not having The Strangers in there. And Preston and I were actually watching that this morning, And it is a really good movie. I do love that movie a lot. I don't know if I'd put it in a top 5, though. But I can see what people are getting at. Because it really does a good job of kind of building up the dread and not just relying entirely on jump scares. Because a lot of people view jump scares as cheap. And, like, I can understand the sentiment as to why you feel that way. Oh, there you go. Look at that. But one movie that I noticed was mentioned a couple different times that really kind of bugged me a little bit was Skinamarink. And I know that Skinamarink, like a year or two ago, completely shut down the internet for like a month or a month and a half. And people saying, "Oh my God, this is like the scariest movie I've ever seen." I watched that movie like I don't know, probably 4 or 5 months ago. That movie was so fucking boring. It bored me to tears. I couldn't handle it. It was. And like I love analog horror. I do. I love analog horror type things. I don't know. Like I guess I get what they were trying to do with it, but holy shit, it would just there was no fucking payoff in it. Like the movie starts and for I don't know, just like it's seemingly the first hour or more of that movie, you just don't see anything. Like the camera is super grainy, and I know that that's on purpose. And like all of the angles that it's using are intentionally pointing away from really anything, so that it's making your imagination fill in the blanks by like, oh, I wonder what's going on. Like you can hear some noises going on in the back, but what exactly is happening? But you do that for so long in that movie, and there's just barely any moments in it where you're like, oh, that's actually really freaking creepy. There's so much of it just like, God, I wish they would pan the camera up just a little bit so I could see what the hell is going on. Instead of it just like shooting at the floor or shooting at the wall or up towards the ceiling, and like you can't see anything, and like the volume of the voices is just really kind of dull and quiet, and like I get that you're trying to you're trying to create a specific atmosphere with this, but it just fell so flat. And even like with the payoff at the end, it just wasn't good enough to justify how nauseatingly bad the earlier parts of it was. And like I tried giving it like a second go through of like maybe there was just something that I was missing when I watched through this the first time, that if I go back and watch it again, like it's gotta make it better. Maybe I'm just critiquing it too hard. And I watched it again, and it just didn't get any better. And it's so unfortunate because like the premise of that, oh God, almost had it. The premise of that movie had so much promise. Like you could very easily have made a top tier movie with that. But, oh boy, just did not deliver. Like I almost want to put it in like, you guys know my stance on the Babadook. I've already talked about the Babadook many times over the years on this channel about how much I just loathe the very ground that movie walks on, because it again is so fucking boring, and there's just no payoff in there, and the one that it does deliver just does not justify how terrible the rest of the movie is. I'm kind of putting it in there. Like I didn't fall asleep watching it like I did with the Babadook. That one I did, and I will never forgive it for that. That is multiple experiences of trying to sit through it that I'm not going to get back in my life. Oh boy, I'm doing this right here. I got a feeling we're going to get a lot of roll here, so let's see where it goes. But yeah, it just wasn't good, and it's been kind of stuck in my head. Oh no. Oh boy. Actually, that's going to be okay. The angle of how that looked as it was approaching the green, I was like, this thing is going to just bounce and roll forever. It's going to be like when somebody, ghost rides out of a car and tucks and rolls for like 150 feet or whatever the hell. Here we go.
and how he advances the golf ball.
All right.
He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like
Dude, we are cleaning house right now. This one kind of like the last one, the last course we played. It's a little bit easier. Come on, Billiam. Oh, you got to make that, son. What are you doing? Tisk. And a third Tisk even. He's just down there at even, but we are running away with this thing. I do like seeing Tiger there at tied for third, though. I would love to have a 1-2 finish with him. Let's, oh boy, yeah, let's like right here, and then let's get a little bit of that.
From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course.
I actually really like this golf course a lot. It's really cool. I like the kind of the atmosphere around it. I love all the greenery here. Greenery, the fucking golf course. Of course, there's greenery in it, but like I like all the trees. I like just the view that's here. Kind of a very open golf course too. There's not a lot of like technical shots here. It seems like it's just a very kind of casual open course. Let's go like here.
I'm sure
if I played on this course in real life, I would absolutely get destroyed by it. I'd shoot like 45 over par. But at least in the land of make-believe... Okay. Boy, that really rolled off a lot. Okay, so we're going to lob this thing. Let's put it like right there, I think. Yeah, right here. I think we're gonna put this bad boy in. I really overcompensated for that. That was I should have just left it straight on. Like it spent so little time actually on the green. I don't know why I thought that it was gonna hit the green and just like crank the wheel and just try to like hairpin turn that thing into the cup. I should have just left it straight on. Oh well, it's all good. There goes the perfect streak. I think up to that hole, I think every hole we'd had at least a birdie on.
Oh no, we
had an eagle on one of those. So we already lost the perfect streak a little while ago. Let's 5 miles an hour. It's definitely gonna push it a little bit. It's gonna push it real good. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's rock.
Good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
That's pretty good.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
And they've been rolling the ball right today.
No, we're just kind of cruising right through this thing, aren't we?
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Come on, Willie.
Come on, Willie. You're damn near 40th place right now.
Attaboy.
Attaboy. That'll do it. I like that they're my rival, but I find myself rooting for them basically every time. I think it's because they're not really like posing any threat to me, so it's not one of those where like I really need you to miss. I hate you. It's just more like, I mean, I already know that I've got this in the bag, so it's like I want to at least see him do good. Try to make the end result look a little bit closer.
But that's for the brave few. Second shot downhill slightly to
there we go.
Green. Just some big bunkers on the
I love the holes where it has like that little tiny creek that splits the fairway, and you got like the little tiny walking bridge on the side. There's a course here, in town that has a couple of holes like that, where you have like the little cart path, but it kind of goes right through the middle instead. And I've always my objective whenever I was playing there when I was younger was always I always wanted to hit it and have it like bounce on the fairway and like hit the cart path and kind of doink its way across it. I always thought that was a kind of a cool little target to hit. I don't know if I hit that hard enough.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. Anywhere up on that.
I guess
Okay, never mind. I guess it was at 93%.
It felt like
It felt like I disengaged that so early. The power circles, like the power meter on this, is a little bit confusing at times because sometimes it feels like I hit like the very inside edge of the white circle for that, and it's still at like 94%. And then there's times where I feel like I max it out, and it's still only at like 98.
So it's like
I feel like there's such a weird
like right there.
Putt is underway.
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just not seeing all of it correctly on like how it's represented. All I know is that you just have to get it inside the white circle, and you should be good for power related stuff.
At 12 under par for the day.
Matthias Schwab. Look at him.
Where
Tiger's out right now.
He's got time though.
He's got time though, because he was only on like the 10th hole when I saw him in there last, so he should be okay. That's gonna be tricky. I got that tree there, but I can definitely whiz around it with this. Let's try right here.
Yeah, see, like I
put that way up at the very top of it, and it's at 100%. But then I put it down at the very bottom part of it, and it was at 93%. It's interesting that that white circle that we're aiming in is basically just like a difference of 10% power, more or less. I think I'm gonna club up for this instead. And then I'll just kind of run the risk of the wind catching it a little bit. It's 82 yards. Yeah, let's do this.
So
the last time we kind of underestimated it, and it pushed it a lot more than I thought. Now we overestimated it. Well, come back down a little. That's fine.
Well played. And he's down there.
How
This one, guys,
about
it's got around 9 feet.
maybe like
Staring
right there?
down a birdie putt here.
That seems
Pull the pin
good.
for it
We'll
even.
pull the pin for it even.
I'm feeling good about it.
I'm feeling good about it.
This one's tricky.
Whew.
Boy,
Boy,
almost didn't get it.
To Will Zalatoris.
He's happy, just came off a
Willie?
birdie.
Willie,
You gonna dunk another?
you gonna dunk another one?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. He's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it.
From
Way downtown.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh my god, he really did it.
This is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour
Okay,
pro.
well,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Random commentator lady. I'm ahead by 11, and there's 4 holes to go. I'm pretty sure he's not going to get an albatross on every hole.
And even if he does,
I'm still going to beat him. Yeah, let's do this, and then let's do one of those.
I do love that she's
at least trying to inject a little bit of drama here, but good lord.
At least
she's not as bad as the Oakland A's announcer, like the play-by-play announcer for the Oakland A's. And I think that she's new. I feel like this is her first professional gig with this, and I feel so bad for her because she is just dreadful. I mean, it is so bad, and I feel awful for her because you got called up. You made it to the majors. You made it to the big dance. You're doing play-by-play for a major league franchise. Like, that's a big deal. And even more so that you're a woman. Like, you're in a position that is not filled by many. And then you listen to her, and it really sounds like she has no idea what she's doing up there. Not that she doesn't know baseball, but it's just like she sounds so uncomfortable, like trying to get the words out that she wants to say. There's a video that's kind of circulated around on like TikTok and the internet or whatever of her calling a home run in like a really high stakes situation, and I'll be damned if it was one of the most cringeworthy things that I had ever really heard. Because it sounded so soulless. And obviously that that's not what she's going for. But it just sounded like she was stumbling over herself just to get the words out of what was even happening.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. Oh!
Damn.
Damn.
It was rough.
It was rough. It was rough.
It's just one of those moments.
It's just one of those moments where I feel like it kind of sets you back a little bit because everybody's gonna hear that, and everybody's gonna see the video, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, see, this is why women shouldn't be commentators. They don't belong in this." And it's like, of course they do, because there are women that are really good at it. It's just moments like that where it seems like they really should have had her go through like. Because I feel like there's no way that this is an anomaly, because it sounds like it's happened many times before where she just seems really uncomfortable during the broadcast. It's like, did they not like vet her a little bit more in the process, or are they really like? I really hope it wasn't one of those like, we want to do this for, you know, for the I don't want to say novelty, like that sounds like absolutely the wrong thing to say, but just for like, you know, for like the PR part of it, like it being like a really big PR move of like, hey, look, we're employing a woman for this position, and it's like, but it shouldn't be about doing that because there's basically, you know, none doing that in the field. Like, it's, you got to pick the people that are the best for the job. And I've got to imagine, just at face value, there had to be more people that were seemingly more qualified for it. I feel like they could. It's almost like a send her down to the minors, let her call some more games, let her get more comfortable with it, and then bring her back up and let her try it again. Because like, I feel like if you do, like, once you get more comfortable with it, then it's all gravy from there, you know.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just rambling on it, but I just remember seeing it, and like, it made me sad. It's like, you can like. I'm sure that the passion for baseball is there. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be doing the job in the first place. Like, you don't get people that do sports commentary that have no will or want to do it, because you got to do a shitload of research. Like, you got to do. There's so much that goes into that. Like, you don't just kind of fumble your way into being a sports commentator. Like, that's just not how that works. Oh boy, that needs to stop rolling. That really needs to calm down. There we go. And so it's like, I don't doubt that the passion is there. It's just like, you gotta have the execution match the passion. You know what I mean? So it's like, if it's not all there, then, you know, people are gonna criticize the shit out of you for it, especially because you're a woman. And like, you know, a lot of people view sports as just like a sacred men's institution where, like, you know, there are announcers that, you know, people hold dear, and all of it's just, you know, everybody requires perfection out of every facet of sports. And so like, when you have somebody stepping into this that kind of defies the norm of what you've built, you know, it better be the best damn thing I've ever heard, or God save you, basically. It's just like, oh wow, it just hopped right over the hole. I thought I had it. It's one of those things. I hope nobody takes that the wrong way. Like, I don't want it to sound like I'm demonizing her and that she doesn't belong in there, because I think that clearly there's probably a lot of potential there, and hopefully she can get it down, because, you know, I think that some of the most iconic calls in sports have been from baseball. You know, there's so many of those, from, you know, like walk-off home runs, big moments. Oh God, damn it! I thought we were gonna get it. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, just like, there's so many iconic moments in sports that come from baseball, and to have the opportunity to be able to potentially have one of those is kind of what it's all about, really. Like, you want to be part of those big moments, being the one to call it and have that be immortalized in sports is, you know, kind of all part of it. That's one thing that made me want to do sports commentary when I was a kid, is hearing all those kind of things, like getting big calls in basketball from like Mike Breen or Kevin Harlan, or you know, Jason Benetti in baseball, or in football, or in any of the damn sports that he does. There's so many legendary guys that do sports commentary, and it'd be great to be able to have some women commentators that can also do that, to also be in the lexicon of, you know, there's a lot of great ones out there, and she was also one of them. And I hope that that is something that can be a thing, that it's not just like, oh, she slipped up one time and now we're gonna just oust her from the sport forever because, you know, there was just this one set of calls that just seemed like there wasn't really a lot behind it. And so we're just, now she can't cut it in this. So we're just going to get rid of her forever so that we can go back to the way it was established. You know, that's all I'm really trying to say here is hopefully, we can have that where we can have a lot of variety in there and have it be top tier quality stuff. Because I love that. Like, you guys know me. I've always been a very big guy on stuff like that. I have so many vivid memories of calls from sports that I constantly go back to and rewatch them or re-listen to them because they were just big things that I remember fondly. Let's see. We got wood grip here. We got let's see. That one's for transition, which I don't remember what transition means. I don't know what that stat is for, so I forget. I kind of want to just go for, yeah, we'll go for this. I don't even know if I necessarily need it or not, but I don't know if I need any of those other ones right now either. So I think we'll let it be what it is. Ben Hogan again, huh? Boy, he's like Ben Hogan in this game right now is like the girlfriend that you break up with, but she just constantly keeps blowing up your phone all the time, just dying to get back with you, even though I don't think that we were with Ben Hogan at any point, but it's just like every time we finish a tournament, he's always there. Oh boy, that is funny. Mizuno. That's really weird. I never really associated Mizuno with golf. And maybe I'm just missing something, but I've always thought that Mizuno was more of like a soccer brand, and I may be way off on that, but that's always the association that I've had with them. Ping.
We've already had Ping.
We've already had Ping, but we're not going to go with Ping. We kind of have the setup that we want for now, so we're gonna stick with it. All right, guys. Well, we're definitely increasing the gap here. Brooke Henderson's still, hanging tough at 6-12, but I mean, we're about ready to quadruple that at this point, so it's not even close.
So with that, my friends,
we're going to call it good right here. We're going to go to the Falcon Open at Foxholm next time, and we'll see how it goes. But until then, my friends, it's been nice being able to actually have the webcam on. Not like I'm, directly talking to you guys, but it feels a little more complete. It feels like my channel's slowly getting back to being where it was. So it's all good. But until then, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.